Hi, this is Jessie from Special Footprints, and I'm going to do the daily school report for December 8th, 2014. Um, I kept Dylan home today with me and Sophia because on Sunday we went to church, and all weekend Dylan seemed fine. From Friday until Sunday, Dylan seemed fine. But when we got home from church, Dylan got really upset and he ended up throwing up, and then he had diarrhea again. Now, I thought maybe um, Dylan might have had a Pediasure in his diaper bag, and when we take the kids to church with us, there is a different area that the kids go to. Like Dylan and Sophia will go to a nursery, and Jasmine goes to what is called Disciple Town, which is for the older kids, and they have like their own Bible study in their own church. But in the nursery, sometimes it could be like you just feel for the girls who are watching your kids, because there's a lot of people that come to the church. And when I dropped off Dylan and Sophia, it was like 8 kids, and in the nursery it is like kids from birth until 2.5 usually. Dylan, for his age, isn't supposed to be in the nursery, but they do things in the preschool part that Dylan kind of throws a fit while they're trying to make him do it. So they just would rather keep him in the nursery with his sister, which is fine with me. And I kind of thought it was a good idea because we just started going to church with my dad, and it's not like Dylan knows the people there. And so I thought having his little sister in the nursery with him would, make it more familiar. Well, anyway, when we drop off the kids, we have to leave the diaper bag, and each family has like a little nook like you would see in preschool for like, if they're still in diapers, if they need their diapers changed, or if they have a change of clothes, you put it in the nook. Well, we put the diaper bag in the nook, and then we put name tags. They have ID check, and I don't really know what it's called. I think it's just called ID check. You go in and you put in your phone number or whatever, and then each of your kids gets a print off, and you have like a receipt, and that's how you're able to pick up the kids. It's like a safety procedure so that nobody else can take your kids from the church activities except for the person with the receipt. But after church, we went to go pick him up, and the daycare lady was telling me about how she put the wrong diaper on Dylan because she thought that our nook was somebody else's nook, and she grabbed somebody else's diaper bag. So I think maybe it was either she gave Dylan a Pediasure, which is milk based, and he's not supposed to have it right now. That she gave him Pediasure, or maybe she gave him some milk based formula out of somebody else's diaper bag. And I mean, I can't blame her for it. She was the only person in there, and there was 8 kids, and I actually felt pretty bad for her. She had like 2 newborns, kind of like, whoops, 2 newborns kind of before 3 months, I would say, like 3 months or younger, and then the rest of them were toddlers. So, I mean, that's a lot of kids for one person. But yeah, when we got Dylan home, he got upset and he threw up and he started having his diarrhea again. And I mean, when his poop was paced, I was like, okay, this is okay. I can send him to school. I mean, it's not that big of a thing. But Dylan's diarrhea when he's sick is like, it comes out of the diaper. It goes everywhere. I mean, it doesn't stay inside. It's like liquid. And so that's why I kept him home today, because his school is 45 minutes away from home, and I was just terrified that if I even tried to send him, I would get a call from the nurse saying that I need to pick him up, and then I'd have to drive 45 minutes to go get him, and I just would rather not. I kind of get anxious about doing stuff like that. I don't know why. I just have bad anxieties, and so just the thought of having to go into the school and trying to figure out how I'm supposed to, carry a sick Dylan, and I would have Sophia with me too, so carrying two toddlers from a school just made me really anxious, so I just kept them home. Today I don't separate the toddlers anymore because I just feel like Dylan's not contagious anymore. So I brought both of them upstairs and put them both in the playroom, and they play together nicely all day long. And they watched Frozen and Horton Hears a Who, and we're playing with, I'm not sure what they're called. Crayola makes them. They're like, the magnet thing, like the Magnadoodles. They're like Magnadoodles, but Crayola makes them, and they don't have a magnet. It's kind of like you just press into like neon paint or whatever's inside of it, and you can draw on it. Dylan and Sophia played with that together, which I thought was cool. Sophia had an accident. She was trying to get out of the gate. I think I'm gonna have to get stronger gates or something, but she was trying to get out of the gate, and she pressed too hard, and the gate like collapsed. It wasn't the gate that was next to the stairs, but the one that separates this room from that room, and she was trying to get over it, and I think that she climbed up it, and was like on it, and it fell. She didn't really get hurt, but she got scared pretty bad. Oh, another thing is, I usually call the bus garage when Dylan's not going to go to school, but for some reason I forgot to today, and I feel so bad about that because I woke up when Jasmine got up and she was getting ready for school, but then I was so tired I fell back asleep like as soon as she left, and usually when she leaves that's when I call the bus garage, but I didn't. And then when I woke up again, I saw that that phone number was on my caller ID, which means that they come here, and the bus was waiting outside my house. And I guess I wouldn't feel so bad if it was like a normal public school bus. Well, Dylan goes to a public school. It is public, but the school is for special needs, and so their buses come all the way from 45 minutes to an hour away, whereas like normal public school buses, I mean, they're like 20 minutes from you. The school's like 20 minutes from you, and usually if the bus comes, there's other kids in the area that might need to get on the bus also. But I don't know if I'm sure it's probably not anybody but Dylan out here. I don't see the bus stop anywhere else out here. So that's what I feel so bad about, is that the bus like made that long trip out here, and then like we weren't going and we were sleeping, and I didn't even hear the phone ring. Dylan had a good day today though, and I am convinced that I'm going to be sending him to school tomorrow. I kind of feel like I should chance it, because when I'm like, almost every time it's happened that I'm like, oh, I'm too anxious that something's going to happen at school for Dylan, then I keep him home and he's fine the entire day. Like, he probably could have went to school today because he didn't have diarrhea once and he didn't throw up. but because he had thrown up and had diarrhea the day before, I figured it was probably safe to keep him home today. But I think that he could probably have went. So tomorrow for sure he's going to be going to school and he's going to be having his ABA in the morning. Now Jasmine is grounded still, and she keeps asking me, like, I don't know if you guys have children that do this. They're just like, I call it them being in your ear. Like, they are like I wouldn't even give Jasmine like a minute from the time that she sits next to me anywhere to the time she's like, Mom, can I get this? Mom, 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 Mom. Like, she doesn't give it a rest. And I don't know if other people's kids are like that, but I'm trying to teach Jasmine, because I think that the reason that she's being like that is because we really spoiled her. When Jasmine was born, she was the only child for 5 years. And like, to break that only child complex or whatever she has, that she thinks that she can just get anything she wants whenever she wants, and how she thinks she can get it is to whine for it. How I tend to break that is to stand my ground, and when I say no, I mean no. And if she can't take no for an answer, then I will start taking things away from her, like TV, or things that she likes to play with, like tablets or things like that, because she really acts ungrateful. Like, I don't know, like, I've tried to explain it to her hundreds of times that, like, you get something and you thank somebody, and you don't automatically say that you deserve it, and if you want it you should have it. Like, you should show some sign of gratification. But Jasmine almost never does. Like, something that I'm super worried about is this year I'm buying all the kids the same amount of gifts, and it is usually, I know it's super bad for being like this, but I mean, I don't know why we were like this. It's probably because Jasmine was our first kid, and I felt like we had done it for before we could keep doing it for her. I don't know what it was, but this year I am sticking to the kids are getting the same amount of gifts, and Jasmine isn't going to get any more or any less. She's going to be the same. Now, this makes me super anxious, like, because I know what her reaction is going to be. She's probably going to cry. She's probably going to tell me that, like, Santa hates her and, like, she didn't get everything she asked for. But the thing is, Jasmine's list, her list to Santa was, like, she wanted her own Xbox One, her own Wii, her own Nintendo DS, something like the new one, a PlayStation 4. Like, we can afford that stuff. I mean, even if we were going to buy one of those systems for all the kids, like, that would be an expensive buy for us. But for her to put like 5 different systems on the list, I don't know. I mean, and when she puts things on the list, she expects that she's going to get them. Like, she's like, okay, make this list out, and that's what I'm going to get. That's what she thinks. Because when she was an only child, she did get everything on her list. But now that she has a brother and a sister, I mean, I got to start teaching her that things can't always be like that, I mean, and she needs to show that she's grateful sometimes for some of the things that she got. I mean, I could take Jasmine, this has happened before. Like, I took Jasmine to Walmart and bought her 3 things, and then she cried because we stopped at 2 other stores and she didn't get anything. But Jasmine, I just bought you 3 things. She don't understand, like, that you should be grateful for what you got and not keep wanting more. And that's her mindset, is that she can just keep getting more and more and more. And I'm trying to break it, and it's really hard, and I just don't know. I don't know if I told you guys this already, but Jasmine, she wanted to do Lego Club at school, and it's free. But then she started not doing her homework, and then she started this whole being ungrateful thing. And I asked her teacher if I could turn in the slip late because Jasmine was grounded, and I guess there's more than one session a year of the Lego Club. Like, there'll be 4 weeks of it this time, and then sometime later on in the year there'll be 4 more weeks of it. And at that time, Jasmine can sign up, or whenever I decide that she's ready to sign up, because I'm kind of waiting for her to prove to me that she can do her homework and that she can take on more things after school. Because when Jasmine does a lot of things, she tends to think that the things that she does after school are more important than the things she does in school. And so I'm just trying to break her of that habit. So that's pretty much how our day went. And yeah, I mean, after Jasmine got home, we loaded up and went to Little Caesars and got some pizza and brought it home and ate it. And that's it. Right now, Jasmine is supposed to be down in her room cleaning it because me and her dad went through all the trouble of taking everything that she put on her floor, like clothes wise. Jasmine has a tendency to when you put things in her dresser, like when she is looking for whatever she's looking for to wear that day, she will dig everything out of the dresser. Everything comes out. And I'm not picking that up. Joe's not going to pick that up. So right now, Jasmine is supposed to be picking that up. And we'll just see if she is. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.